Yes, sir, it's up right now.
AET2 Christopher Castro, Station Air Station Sitka. My job as a flight mechanic is to search out the window, so I got to rely on the track beam, as we call it, to give me my frame of reference.
There he is. Got him right there, yep.
Yep. He was right at 3 o'clock.
It's 3 to 4 o'clock right now.
And crew brief, we're going to be landing right on that beach there, Chris. You got door speed at this time.
Roger that.
Cam, if you could just give the sector heads up that we got the person at site, we're going to be conducting a beach landing.
Commodore.
Saw the member pretty much immediately. We had a lot of sandy beach that we could put the helo on. We pretty much saw a spot right off the bat and went for it.
Tails over the beach. You're clear down. That's a good spot.
Our flight mech, Chris Castro, conned us down to the beach, and then once we were safe on deck, Cam Cullen, our swimmer, went out to talk to the crew member on shore, make sure he's all right, and see what the situation was.
Right when I walk up to John, I see that all his clothes are dry, but he didn't really have any survival equipment or anything like that with him. I also noticed he didn't have any shoes on, and also that his boat was high and dry, and there was tons of sand and water in it, and the engine wasn't on the back, and the fuel tank was gone. So my initial thought was, okay, he's safe. We're just missing his dog. We knew that from the loud noise of the helicopter and the rotor wash and everything, he probably just ran off into the woods.
What's your dog's name? Mickey.
The whole crew started walking up and down the beach looking for the dog, but at this point there was just no sign of him. But we knew that the survivor would come back the next day and try to find him.
I get it out there, I'm fine. I can put the motor back on.
After Cam had evaluated the survivor, he felt that the best plan of action would be to try to get his skiff back in the water and get the man to his boat.
Saving lives is the #1 thing that we're here to do. Saving property isn't really our job. However, in this situation, there was a beautiful day outside, so I figured, okay, let's try to help this guy out as much as we can.
1, 2, 3.
Me and Cam decided that we're going to wade the boat out with him past the first break in the surf. So we got the fuel line attached, then we're dragging it and kind of inching our way to the beach.
He put it in gear and he started going, and I thought everything was good, and then the fuel line ended up disconnecting to the motor, and then he was dead in the water right there in the breakers. We all got together and started pulling the boat onto shore. I can tell at this point that the survivor, John, is just a little more mentally and physically fatigued just from being stranded on that beach for the last couple hours. So we knew that we had to move a little quicker, get this boat up onto shore, and tie it off safely so we can get him home.
Name's John, live in Craig, Alaska, working on the boat. And we were headed back up from Ketchikan, taking the boat back up, and stopped off in Warren Cove. Just the wrong timing with the tides and the breakers coming in to get back out. Got swamped.
You hanging in there, John? All right. Next stop, you're going home.
The skipper didn't know what was happening. It was dark out. I was unable to communicate with him, so he ended up calling the Coast Guard, and they came and rescued me. And at that time, Mickey decided to take off because he didn't like the helicopter. We had to leave him, come back to Craig. The skipper brought the boat back to Craig. Next morning, we went back out to the cove, retrieved the skiff and Mickey.
Guys, ready to back?
Ready up.
I was very impressed. I think the Coast Guard did go above and beyond to help me. They were concerned not just about me, about my dog also, try to help me get the skiff back off. They didn't just grab me by the scruff of the neck and say, oh, we're gone. They took a lot of time out of their day just to help me out, made me feel very comfortable and safe. And I'd like to thank Jim and Cam and Chris from the Coast Guard. They all went, I think they went out of their way, to help me, and I really appreciated it.